What's going on, Jerome's? So coming into this offseason, the Minnesota Vikings needed to add some depth along the defensive line, maybe a talisman in there, and just getting back to having the meats, because sick and tired of getting pushed around, sick and tired of not being able to generate a consistent pass rush on the inside, and the Vikings maybe could have had that in Christian Wilkins. So the former first draft pick of Brian Flores when he was head coach with the Dolphins, former Clemson superstar, hitting the market, leadership, penetration, good against the run, high energy, all of that stuff. And interest was there. Reportedly the Vikings were certainly in, but then it didn't quite work out. Because the Raiders made him the fifth highest paid player in NFL. Try that again. Fifth highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history in terms of total guarantee on a contract at $82 million and change. So woo. Couldn't compete with that. It is what it is. But Kevin O'Connell was talking to the media jackals at the NFC Coaches Breakfast on Tuesday, and sort of let something slip. So Alec Lucy Athletic, blah, 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 blah. Kevin O'Connell also said they were aggressive in defensive tackle market, but fortified front with Grenard and Van Ginkel. Now, they're not Christian Wilkins, but they're going to be very good at what they're going to be asked to do. But interest was there. Reportedly, Darren Doogie Wolfson on Score North. The Vikings were confident in landing star defensive tackle Christian Wilkins before the Raiders came in with a monster offer. Quote, those 48 hours leading into the official start of free agency, like I'm telling you, the Vikings were feeling very, very good about their chances of landing Christian Wilkins. And like we said, the Raiders just came in with a ginormous offer, but it sort of is what it is. And frankly, with Wilkins off of the market, the Vikings probably would have been pushing at least 20, 21, 22 million per. But the Raiders plopping down 27.5 and almost 83 million fully guaranteed. Fully understand it. Fully get it. Also, Nevada state income taxes. Yeah, you're good to go. Good to go, man. Plus, also with the Ravens, franchise tagging and then extending Justin Madubuike a long time. It was basically the top end of the defensive tackle got lopped off, and some of the other guys getting some decent coin. Grover Stewart with the Colts, Sheldon Rankins with the Bengals. I've always loved Sheldon Rankins, man. DJ Reader going to the Lions. And Justin Jones, guys getting 10 million plus. They're sort of like, okay, but I think it does prove that the Vikings. That's the one position of need right meow, where they did sign Jerry Tillery, except he's more of a run-stopping 5-tech. Same thing with Jonah Williams. So they didn't really add that quick penetrator. They didn't really add that true blue 1-tech nose tackle. And especially with Kevin O'Connell talking about, hey, we want to manage Harrison Phillips snaps as well as Harrison Smith. Harrison's going to be managed all along the defense this year, where Phillips, he played a career high in snaps last year, playing almost 80% of the Vikings defensive snaps, which, if he's playing on the nose, it's kind of a lot. But it could show that the Vikings could definitely be in on defensive tackle in terms of the draft. And frankly, it's a pretty damn good draft, especially for in terms of what the Vikings need. So if they do stick and pick at 11 and 23, maybe at 11 they go with Byron Murphy II out of Texas, maybe Johnny Newton at 11 or 23, depending on how the board goes. Devondre Sweat is always our guy. Love me some Braden Fisk as well. He's been an offseason superstar. Chris Jenkins is a stud. Reportedly, they're having a top 30 visit with Michael Hall Jr., who is that undersized, quick penetrator from Ohio State. Was great at the Senior Bowl. Would love to be in the Michael Hall business, as well as Aruka Rororo, which I would just want that just so PA on the radio has to say that. But remember, the Vikings, as of right meow, currently do not have a day 2 selection, as they have the 2 first rounders, 2 fourths, 2 fifths, a 6, and 2 sevenths. So those guys, basically from Fisk down to about Mason Smith, potentially could be all day 2 selection, so that could be out of the Vikings wheelhouse. But LT3, Leonard Taylor III from Miami, Dwayne Carter, all heart, all hustle, I love him. McKinley Jackson, if you want to go nose tackle, as well as Gabe Hall is that quick twitch penetrator type mold. Christian Boyd is a great mix of true blue nose tackle as well as a pass rusher as well. Evan Anderson is a guy I loved a lot. Miles Murphy's in that mix. So the Vikings, it is a very good defensive tackle class, and even if it's a spot where the Vikings they don't address defensive tackle in the first round. Maybe they package up those two first round picks to go find their quarterback. Maybe they'll go cornerback and quarterback. Who knows? Who knows? But having that ammunition, 7 picks day 3, including 2 fourths and 2 fifths, I mean, the Vikings certainly could add along that defensive line. And I think that's a glaring need for the Vikings right now. And also, as evidenced by the reports that the Vikings were very much in the running for Christian Wilkins until the Raiders are just like, nope, ours. I mean, it does show that the Vikings, they understand that they need to get back to having the meets, and hopefully they will go down that road come the end of April. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings reportedly had interest in Christian Wilkins. Just like that close. But now that could translate to defensive tackle need in the draft. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Support the work. Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.